With the wide availability of cameras today, videos of mysterious occurrences flood the internet. However, it has also become easier to doctor phenomena, and thus it's increasingly more normal simply to dismiss paranormal caught-on-camera videos as hoaxes. Yet, when a critical eye is applied to such videos, some continue to defy explanation. In the past decade, urban exploration has seen a surge in popularity. Also known as urbex, hobbyist adventurers visit often abandoned or ruined man-made structures in order to explore and uncover their secrets. The unspoken rule of urban exploration is take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints, and such has led to an abundance of urban exploration videos and photography being shared on the internet. Whilst the abandoned sites visited by urban explorers can overlap with the sorts of locations frequented by ghost hunters, with decaying hospitals, asylums, schools and sanatoriums ranked as high-profile urban exploration sites, urban explorers do not necessarily believe in the paranormal. Such is the case for Daddio's Urban Exploration, a Canadian urban explorer who has been uploading videos to YouTube showcasing their explorations of abandoned structures since 2007. A self-proclaimed non-believer in paranormal ghosts and spirits, they were forced to reconsider their position after their visit to an abandoned farmhouse in Bobcaygeon, Ontario on the 20th of April 2013. According to the video's description, the farmhouse sits alone, about half a kilometre from the road, alongside a barn and a couple of other outbuildings. The video begins with the experienced explorer approaching the house from the back, squeezing through a hole in the broken wooden siding and entering through an open back door. It is immediately obvious that the house is in a state of absolute dereliction, with furniture, possessions and rubbish scattered everywhere. Once inside, the explorer continues to film the dark interior of the house, the beam of their torchlight swinging side to side as they survey the environment. Upon entering what appears to have once been a family sitting room, their attention is caught by a door decorated with an old Christmas wreath. It appears to move, tapping against the door of its own volition before the door itself suddenly creaks open and then slams shut. After stepping away from the door, the footage cuts before returning to the exploration, with the explorer now closer to the door, which continues to swing back and forth. Determined to investigate the other side, the explorer seems to kick the door open and suddenly walk through. There appears to be nothing or no one on the other side. Yet more possessions, including Christmas decorations, lay scattered on the floor, giving the impression that the house was left in a hurry. After having walked through the door, the phenomenon appears to cease. Throughout the video, but most clearly at this point, strange sounds can be just about heard in the background. Despite being almost non-existent in the video, the explorer describes the sounds as having been similar to freight trains at the time. According to their description, there was also the sound of someone else walking, and the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floor. Soon afterwards, they left the building, claiming that when exiting, it was like being followed out to the threshold. Clearly, the farmhouse was abandoned and looked to have been for some time, with there being no obvious explanation as to why the interior door swung back and forth by itself. The explorer stated that it is very possible all the environmental conditions were perfect for this experience. However, it is their confident belief that there was something more to this, with the video not doing their experience of being in the house justice. The video is shorter than their usual uploads, with their exploration being cut short by the creepiness of the abandoned house. As they conclude, sometimes you just gotta know when to leave. On the 8th of August 2019, a video was uploaded to YouTube that claims to document an encounter with a UFO. This encounter allegedly occurred in the Mexican state of Chihuahua. The footage was captured by a group of friends on a mobile phone after one of them reported seeing a strange object through powerful binoculars that appear to be mounted on the vehicle. The people in the video stare at the object in bewilderment, recording through the lens of the binoculars. Effort is made to focus the binoculars and align and zoom the camera so as to get the best shot of the bizarre sight. Clearly they do not know what they are looking at, with them talking in Spanish amongst themselves as they try to film the unidentified object.
Bájenle. Ahí, muévale.
When the camera is eventually still, a mysterious object can be seen resting on the crest of a mountain. The object does not move. It appears to be a typical saucer-shaped craft that has a metallic element that catches the light. The footage itself in the catalogue of UFO sightings caught on camera is arguably mundane. In its simplicity, however, there is sincerity. Obviously hoaxed videos tend to show the alleged UFO moving or taking off dramatically after a period of stillness. Yet, this footage simply shows the object sitting idly, doing nothing on top of a ridge. There is no dramatic end, and the overall atmosphere of the video can be said to be natural, not seeking to sensationalize, but merely to show. Nowhere in the video itself does anyone say that they are witnessing an alien craft or anything similar. They merely state it is there. What it is not speculated at all throughout the video. All that can be said is that the object is mysterious. Gettysburg National Military Park has long been associated with mysterious sightings and ghostly encounters. The infamous Battle of Gettysburg, 3 days of intense fighting in and around a small town in southeastern Pennsylvania in early July 1863, resulted in approximately 50,000 men killed, wounded, or missing. In the century and a half since the conflict, innumerable people have reported encounters with the spirits of the fallen at the historic battleground. Claims include spotting phantom soldiers crouched in the undergrowth, experiencing the inexplicable smell of tobacco, and hearing the chilling sound of disembodied voices crying out in pain. On the 2nd of September 2020, yet another witness came forward, claiming to have encountered something otherworldly at Gettysburg. And not only did they see it with their own eyes, they also caught it on camera. This video was filmed by 46-year-old New Jersey resident Greg Euling as he drove through the historical battleground with his family. According to an interview Euling conducted with the US Sun, he and his family were driving along one night and we started hearing noises. I heard things to the left and my uncle heard things to the right. It was then that, from the safety of their car, they saw a fog. The fog was weird as it was only in one patch, not dispersed. From the fog, Euling and his family supposedly saw shapes moving in the darkness. They were the size of humans. One of them ran right through the cannon. In the video, what appears to be 2 strange ethereal figures can be seen running out from the right-hand side and into and across the road. Viewers have been divided by the video, with some certain that the footage shows 2 ghostly soldiers reenacting their fateful final moments in one of history's most infamous battles. Others have expressed skepticism, claiming that the so-called figures are merely smudges on the windscreen of the car, and that Euling either misidentified or falsified his claim. As for Euling, he is convinced of his experience, stating that he believes everything now. Many paranormal encounters occur to people who work night shifts. Juvain Brown, a security guard who works nights in Chicago, is one such person. His paranormal experience, however, was caught on CCTV. After alleging to have seen a ghostly figure walk by the door in front of his desk, he uploaded a video of the footage to YouTube in September 2018. Something which gives this video particular credibility are Brown's reactions to the supposed spirit. He looks genuinely shocked when the entity appears, and even puts his hands up to the camera to signal he has seen something. Whilst exceptional on its own, this clip is actually the first in a series of videos shared by Brown which document his encounters with strange spectral entities at his workplace. In a follow-up video, he alleges to have seen the spirit again. The footage shows him reacting violently by throwing an object at it. In the accompanying commentary, he explains that his reaction was exacerbated due to the spirit having passed over his head. Brown states that at the time he felt plagued, exclaiming, "Why is it always me?" After a while, however, the regularity of the visitations led to a level of normality for Brown. In one video, he even waves at the misty phantom as it passes by him. In another video, Brown even reveals that mysterious incidents have occurred in other areas of the building. On one occasion, a strange dark mist can be clearly seen travelling across the camera from the bottom right to the left of the screen. The same or similar dark mist has even interacted with him personally and can be seen passing over his head as he sits at his desk. His most recent video dates to the 14th of July 2020, and it alleges to show two mist-like spirits walk away from him. By this point, Brown has become used to the spirits seemingly haunting his workplace, claiming that they show up once every couple of months. As with most footage of this nature, it is difficult to ascertain the truth behind his videos. However, it is impossible to ignore the genuine nature of Brown's reactions, and his dedication to documenting phenomena which he acknowledges he does not understand. Not only that, the CCTV footage does not appear to be obviously manipulated. To doctor these videos would have required sustained effort over a period of 2 years for very little, if any, reward, begging the question, what would Brown gain through falsification? Sometimes, perhaps, the paranormal might just be the most straightforward explanation. Across the United States, the National Park Service operates hundreds of 24-hour web cameras to help capture and document some of nature's finest moments. From the eruptions of Old Faithful, a cone geyser in Yellowstone National Park, to the changeable weather on Mount Rainier, Washington. Several years ago, one such 24/7 public camera recorded a small herd of American bison arriving at the Old Faithful geyser in Yellowstone. A majestic moment in itself. However, some claim that the camera may have also unintentionally captured another natural phenomenon, a family of Bigfoot travelling through the snow. At around 3 minutes into the video, which was uploaded to YouTube by user Mary Greeley as a screen capture of the original webcam for the purpose of sharing the footage of the bison, several figures can be seen emerging from the tree line. At least 4 figures are visible, with the lead figure walking out in full view of the camera. Viewers have pointed out that compared to the bison in the foreground, the figures are quite large, and indeed much larger than you would expect for a regular human. with male American bison weighing up to 1 ton and measuring around 9 feet or 2.8 meters long. One would expect the herd animals to appear much larger than the figures in the background, considering their closer proximity to the camera. Not only that, compared to the slow, trudging speed of the bison moving through the thick snow, the figures which appear from the tree line seem to move through the snow with ease. Some have pointed out that were they human, the figures would have sunk into the snow with each step, by at least an inch or two. In reality, the figures appear to walk quickly, with no resistance whatsoever, seemingly suggesting that they are not only used to the wintry conditions, but are equipped with legs long enough to navigate the snow. Of course, that the figures are Bigfoot is quite a claim, and many have found it easy to condemn the footage, stating that the figures are merely hikers. Others remain unconvinced. And with the screen capture ending almost as soon as the figures appear, the truth of the footage may never be known. Thank you for watching, and an extra special thank you to all our members both here on YouTube and on Patreon for all the support that they show our channel. As we approach Halloween, don't forget that my limited edition Halloween merchandise is still available to purchase before it is discontinued at the end of the month. I drew the design myself, and you can take a look at it and my other merchandise by visiting my store by clicking the link below. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.